Hello everyone, today I'm going to work on a power factor correction problem. So the problem states that a three-phase power utility provides 75 kVA at 0.85 lagging power factor and 35 kVA at 0.5 lagging power factor to a customer at 600 volts and 60 Hertz. So the overall power factor at customer NS. So we will have to find the total power factor P, and we will have to first find S1 and S2, and then from there we will be able to find the total power factor. So first of all, we need to understand the power triangle and the power factor formulas. So I'm going to draw the power factor triangle. So we have S, which is the apparent power, Q, which is the reactive power, and P, which is the real power. So S is the apparent power. We can state it as kVA or just VA, which is volts times amperes, and your reactive power, which is K bar, and then P, which is your real power, is your watts, kilowatts. And we also have to know the formulas. Power factor equals cosine of theta, or power factor equals kilowatts over kVA. And then we have the tangent theta equals your Q, which is your reactive power, over your real power, P, which is the opposite in your adjacent, and by doing trigonometry from your angle right here. And then we also have this formula, which is your apparent power equals real power plus J times your reactive power. This is a complex um, formula right here. Your apparent power equals real power plus J, which is can be used as uh, an imaginary times your reactive power. Now we're going to be able to solve the problem. So, so we're going to start with your P. We're going to start with this 75 kVA at 0.85. So let's do S1, which is your parent, and then we can do, let's say, 75 kVA. This is your, and then we can figure out the angle. So the cosine, the inverse of cosine, 0.85. And then we will find your real power, which is this formula. Is your power factor. If you multiply kVA, you cross that out and then multiply your kVA over here with the power factor, and that will be left um, as kW equals your power factor times your kVA. and that will be 75 kVA times your power factor, which is 0.85, and that equals 63.75 times point 75 kilowatts. And now we will find your reactive power. Your reactive power is basically the uh, real power. You multiply one side, you will cancel that, and then bring it over here. So it'll be reactive power will be P real power times tangent over theta. In order to find this angle, we will have to find the inverse of your power factor. So you have your power factor right here, and we need to find the angle. So it'll be 0.85, which is your power factor, equals cosine of theta. Now we will have to take the inverse in order to get the angle. So we will have to take the inverse of cosine. So cosine of 0.85, and that will be equals your angle theta. Theta equals the inverse of cosine 0.85, and that will be 31.78, or you can 78, 8. Now we can plug in 31.788 into this right here, into the angle. So that will be your reactive power equals your real power, 63.75 kW, times your tangent times your angle, 31.78, and that will equals 39.5 kVAR. So your S1, this is Q1, your reactive power. So your S1, remember, is P1 plus Q1, which equals 63.75 plus 39, and this is kilowatts, and this plus J, 39.5 kVAR. Now we're gonna do the second part, which is 35 kVA at 0.75 lagging power factor. So S2 will be 35 kVA, and then you have your angle, which is the inverse of cosine of 0.75, and then you find your real power to be 35 kVA times your power factor, which is 0.75, and that will equals 26 0.25 kilowatts. And then we will have to find the reactive power. So Q equals your, remember you have your real power times your the tangent of theta, which is your angle. So in order to find the angle is the inverse of cosine of 0.75, which is which is 41.4, and that's based on the power factor formula. Power factor equals cosine of theta. Now we can plug in the numbers. The reactive power equals 26.25 kilowatts times your tangent and your angle. That will equal 23.1 kbar. And your S2 equals P2 plus J, your K bar, 26.25 kilowatts plus J, 23.1 K bar. So now we need to get the total apparent power. So be total apparent power is S1 plus S2. So that would be, we will add the 63.75 kilowatts plus the 26.25. That will give us 90 kilowatts plus the 39.5 kvar and plus the 23.1. So that will give us 62.65 kvar. And in order to get that in polar form, we will have to do the polar form. In order to do that, we will have to take the magnitude. So be 90 square plus 62.65 square, and that will be under the square root and that will give us 109.67 kVA. Now we have to find the angle. The angle will be the inverse of tangent, which is B over A, which is tangent of 62.65 over 90. And that will equals 34.84. From rectangular form to polar form. So now you will ST will equal 0.967 kVA, and the angle will be 34.84 degrees. So in order to find the power factor, that will be power factor total, which is the overall power factor at the customer end. So we will need to find the total power factor that we got from these two parts, part one and part two. So be, remember, is real power total over apparent power as total. So the real power, the total from part one, part two was 90 kilowatts over the 109.67 total of apparent power kVA, and that will give us the overall power factor at the customer end is 0.82 lagging. And this is all. So we did part one in order to get the P1, Q1, and therefore to find S1. And then we did the second part, P2, Q2, work on the real power and the reactive power to get S2, the apparent power, and then and from there we were able to total it out, and then we were able to, from the rectangular form, we converted to the polar form. We were able to find the apparent power total, and then from there we were able to find the total power factor by using the formulas that we know from the power triangle and using trigonometry. If you guys have any questions, if you like the videos, please give it a like and comment below. And thank you.